Welcome to the Vista Acres Homestead Channel.
Alright, Annie's going to show you the garden and the greenhouse.
There's not much left of the garden or the greenhouse. Whoop!
I'll take this and point on that.
I was going to show you. As you can see, I have Thelma on the back of the mule because everything, including Maggie, bothers her when she tries to eat. So she's just, like I said, an old chicken, and
Maggie, you doing alright?
she
Thelma okay, Maggie? Thelma okay?
she just likes to eat on her own. We got her a little bit spoiled. I've got some more that I've got spoiled too. Alright guys, here's my garden. Like I said, there's not really enough left to show, but I can show y'all what I'm doing. Okay, over here's my marigolds. I've been keeping these for seeds. As they die off, you can seed marigolds really easy. You just pop the bottom and you'll see all these little things right here. Those are seed. What I usually do is get a pan in the summer, the first start of summer. I'll get just like a pan and just put them in there and just put a light dusting of dirt over the top of them, keep it good and moist. And those little suckers, they'll pop up there. Before you know it, they'll be big as your pinky finger. And you can I separate them out later and make more. You can plant these around it's supposed to detour bugs, so you can plant them around your tomatoes, squash, especially the squash. But now, I don't know, I think our squash bugs are super heroes or something to each other, because they come no matter what you put around them. I think they like about anything. Over here is my beets. I don't have many of those, so what I'll probably do to these few that I have, I'm probably going to put them in a jar and just ferment them. And then of course we'll eat them like that. And then after I'm through with the ferment, and I have some of that pretty red water, probably gonna pickle some quail eggs. We have quail eggs usually year long, pretty good. So I'll pickle some quail eggs and we can eat them on salads or put them in potato salad. They're good on about anything. Here's my tomatillos. These are supposed to be purple tomatillos. I don't know what happened, but mine didn't turn purple. I don't know if y'all can see this little pest right here. We have these all over the garden. I don't know what these things are. Oop, he flew off. But there's like a baby to one right there. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's kind of tiny, but yeah, they seem to aggravate. But see, even if you open it, it's green. Some of them have turned a little bit purple, but I don't know. I don't know what happened there. They just got it mixed up, or it's kind of like my okra too over there. I was supposed to have purple okra, but it all turned out green. But it's really sticky on the side of these pods, and these have just started doing good since it's cooled off a little. I don't know if they like the cooler weather. You'd think, you know, being tomatillos, they'd like the hot weather better than the cool weather. But they are really, you should see they're putting on the blooms, and they have really put on the little fruit on there. So, and there's been a lot to fall. So probably going to try to seed some more. Hopefully have a good harvest on those. Make some green salsa. If not, we'll just freeze them and figure out something to do. Use them on the way. I may even try to freeze dry. I've been experimenting with freeze drying different things, so that might be a different thing I can freeze dry just to see how it tastes, and make it into a powder and maybe rehydrate it with some good stuff, vinegar and stuff, and make it like a sauce, and see how we can use them that way. I love my freeze dryer. Here, as you see, it looks a little bit peaked. These are my jalapenos, and I do see a hornworm now that so the little hornworms are still out. You see him there? He's a little hornworm now, but he'll soon be, sorry my hands are so dirty, I've been working in everything in the garden. If you leave these hornworms on here, he's probably the culprit to this tomato plant right there. You'll see they eat everything. You see his little poop there on the thing? They'll eat your garden up in a matter of days. He's worked on this one too, so, which tells me there's probably more than one. see this one right here? They've worked on it, and over there they look like they've even eat a tomato. It don't take them long they can just devour a tomato plant. Here you see they've chewed a tomato plant in two. And see, it even had a bloom on it. Here's what the poo looks like. So usually you see the poo before you do them. I usually just throw them on the ground and squish them. My chickens don't even like them. That's kind of wild, but they will not eat. They just sit there and look at them. See, here's what they'll do to your tomatoes, and like I said, your plant, they'll eat your plants in two. See how they just chewed the tomato up? If they'd eat the whole tomato and leave the tomato plant alone, I would have just let them stay on there. But our tomatoes are about gone. All we're having is these pear tomatoes right now. These are really delicious. I would definitely advise, if you haven't ever ate these before or growed them, I would definitely advise you try them, because if you like real acidic tomatoes, they're like acidic but sweet, kind of a sweetness. They're really good, really good. Okay, and over here we have I planted these late, so they're probably not going to do anything. These are not mushmelons, they're cantaloupes. And you see it's got near the end of the season and they haven't done much. They're probably not going to, but I'm still going to leave them in there and give them a chance. And here, I've tried to keep the seeds off these so I can plant some of these next year. These are my sunflowers. This one was going to be really pretty, and of course this dry weather just really, it took a toll on everything. I didn't show you the ones down here. I've got some down here, they're about to die too. I need to get the seeds out of them. I'll let them stay on there as long as I can, but each one of these, you'll see that comes off, and underneath those little flowers, there's seeds. See, we can replant those next year and have plenty of sunflowers around the garden. Those didn't get very big. I don't know if it was the variety. I didn't keep the pack, so I'm not even sure what they are. But yeah, it could be the variety that I chose. I didn't even read how big that these got. But I know when they were in the summer, when they were pretty, they were really pretty. I mean, I would definitely like to grow those again next year. These are beans. They actually look like half white runners, but I don't think I planted them more so over there, and they're not doing as good. But I'm not sure what these are, but they've come up, so I'm just gonna let them do their thing. Maybe even plant some more when I figure out what they are. Maybe they'll make it before the winter time. But these right here are my pepper plants, my bell peppers. In the summer they didn't do very good, but now they're starting to bloom. And so I think they like a little bit cooler weather than we've had around here in the south also. It's just you just gotta kind of learn as you go. David built me these beds this year. We're hoping to get our water system set up. We tried it. You see some little bell peppers there. They're just starting to hang full of bell peppers, and they didn't do anything in the summertime. So I may, if we don't get this rain today, I may try to water them, get them some food. I hate to fertilize, but I may get some of my rabbit pellets and put around and see how they do. Over here, this right here is my salad greens. Oh, looks like the little critters have found them too. But I planted a bunch. These just few come up. Not sure what happened there. I think my seeds may have been too old. I've had them for probably 3 or 4 years. I know they should last longer than that, but sometimes they just don't if I didn't keep them in the right. They may have got too much humidity. I mean, I had them in the greenhouse. I'm bad about leaving stuff in there, and then they get hot, and the humidity gets into the packs, and so it kind of ruins the seed. As you see here, this is the water. I was telling you that we're going to set it up on waters. We tried this one, and of course if you plant plants around it, it blocks. So that didn't work. It just wanted to water right here, and it didn't water out. So what he's going to do is try to just do like a drip line, like 2 or 3 drip lines in the bed, and that way we can get a constant drip when we turn it on. Hopefully it'll do better next year. But I mean, we had a good harvest this year, but we definitely want better, because we want to be able to be hopefully self-sufficient one day, and to get everything together and have it. The weeds, I just weeded this bed and you see it's already took over again. But yeah, it's crazy. Now these right here are another type of beans. I'm not sure if these are peas. I know I planted my half white runners over there, so these may be a pea, or those could be peas over there. Oh, I'm not sure. But these right here are my these are my half white runners. It looks like the little bugs have found them. The little bugs find everything. I think they got a nose of 15 miles away. But you'll see they didn't do real good either. Just for kicks and giggles, I planted some corn back here. It looks horrible, but it did come up. So that's peaches, and no, that's ambrosia. So of course I probably end up pulling those out. They're not going to do anything either, but they did come up, so that was a plus. And more salad right here with a little bit of weeds in there. If we get a good rain, maybe the rest of them will come up. I tried not to plant them too deep, but these right here I think are my Christmas peas. They're called Christmas peas. They're like a cream color, and then they have like a brown spots on them. Beautiful peas. I've planted them for seeds, really. I've never got to try them, so this year I thought, well, I'm going to plant a bunch of them and see if I can get some peas to put up for the winter, because there's nothing better than a big old bowl of peas and cornbread for the winter time. So let's hope these do something so we can enjoy them. I still got a little tomato plant that's these are Granny Cantrell tomatoes. I don't think it'll do anything, but we're gonna leave her there to see. She's trying to struggle to get something in before the winter, so we'll let her go at it. The bell pepper here, this is the only one that, well, no, I do have a baby bell pepper there that lived, and I just let it stay, give it a chance. Here's some more of that tomato plant. Those tomato plants I was telling you about, those pear tomatoes that are so good. This one, it looks like the hornworms have not found it yet. So let's hope I can get all those hornworms before it finds it, because it's still trying to bloom out and be pretty, and it looks like it's got some little tomatoes on it. And we'll see how that one does. And you'll see this one right here. The hornworms really took this one over. I don't know. I don't see a hornworm on there. They say to come out night with a black light and shine it on there, and they say it like glows in the dark. I usually have a pretty good, oh, I found one. Right here he is. I was going to say, I have a pretty good eye for them. And my dad would always get him a little chair, a little stool, and sit back. There's another one. It's a baby. See it right there? If y'all can see it or not. But he would sit back, go and squish that one before he gets off, and watch for the poop to fall. He would listen for it. And mind you, he didn't have good hearing, so it was crazy. He could hear people across the street talking, but he couldn't hear us when we were right there at him. So we always said he had selective hearing and hear what he wanted to. But yeah, he was really good at finding these hornworms. I don't see any more on there, so maybe I got them, hopefully. I'm sure there's more on there, though. I don't think you can find all of them. I'm sure there's more on that one over there, because they're that one's had too much damage too. But it, like I said, it don't take them but overnight. They could eat a whole tomato plant, I believe. Whoop! I see one. Here's one right here. I keep holding you guys, and he looks like a big daddy. And you see, he's just fixing to do a poop right there. Crazy hornworms. Woo. We're gonna take care of business there. And let's see if we can see any more. Probably not. But I didn't expect to find that one, so maybe. He didn't get to this part of it yet. So sometimes when the tomato, let's see, when it turns over, it kind of looks. Look what he's done to this one. They can destroy tomatoes and tomato plants in a matter of no time. I don't see any more, but like I said, there's probably more on there because that's probably more babies. When you find one baby, there's usually more, and don't take them long for it to be big. My onions, I gave up on them, pulled them up. You'll see, I've just thrown them there. Was going to put some more good dirt in here and try to replant them, but I had a few that come up. You know, it makes me second guess myself, which I've got some in there. I wonder if I should have left them in there and just let them see if they would come back with a new green. We'll see. But I got antsy, just pulled them up, didn't do it. These right here are my eggplants. This one's not doing real good. This is called Casper, and it grows a white eggplant. And I haven't never ate these, but I'm sure it tastes just like a regular eggplant. That one, maybe golden stars. I don't know what that one is. It hadn't started putting on eggplants yet. But this right here, these are really putting out blooms, or this one is. But I'm starting to get like little eggplants on it. Not sure I'll get anything before the winter. This one's got a little one on it. Maybe something. I like eggplants. I like to put slice of tomato, mozzarella cheese, put them in the oven, bake them slow. They're really good. Real good. We had an Italian exchange student. She taught us to do that, and so I guess it is Italian food. But she learned us to cook lasagna, or she taught us to cook lasagna and some other Italian dishes that were really good. You'll see Graybeard third there. We name all of our lavender roosters Graybeard. But this one, he is not mean at all. Everyone that we've had so far has been mean, but this one, he's mean to other hens. He takes care of his hens, but he does not come at us like the others. He's a good boy. Hope he stays that way, but you never know about them. They always can change temperament. I was hoping he'd crow for y'all. It looks like he's fixing to start. He raises those tail feathers and he'll not gonna do it. He's just gonna stand up there and watch his girl over here. She's in the weeds. There he's gonna go join her. I don't know where his other girls have went. They maybe David fed them, so they're probably still he's laying in those tall weeds. But they may have went back to eat. Here comes David, fixing to water the coop or not the coop, but the hatch house. Yeah, we need to get all the quails out of there. This right here, it is supposed to be a lemon plant. Bought it at Home Depot. It has thorns on it. I've never had lemon plants before. I guess they normally have thorns on them, but this is the first year. Hasn't done anything. I've started to move it in the greenhouse, but I thought, you know, I think it's going to rain, so I'm going to leave it out here and let it get some rain and see if it'll come back out a little prettier, because it don't look real good. It's grown a lot since I bought it, but it does not look the prettiest in the world, so hopefully it'll come back out a little bit better. Hostas are doing good. And put this here to keep the animals out. We've got to get some, these windows, a lot of them, the panes that fell out, we've got to get those fixed. Got a lot of clutter in here because I've moved a lot of my garden stuff in here. And we're working on getting this totally the hatch house over here, David's hatch house. So we're hoping to get this my seeding, and then we're going to build a grow house on the other side of this house, and this will be just my seeding house. When they start coming up, I'll move them to the grow house plants, and yeah, hopefully that works out, and hopefully this winter we hope to get it done. Now this tomato plant, this is what we call a chocolate covered cherry. You see there's one turning. We have this one right here has done just great in the greenhouse. We use a lot of these for salads. I cook. Oh, there was a frog, scared me to death. I don't know if you've seen him or not. I touched him before I realized what he was. But yeah, it's nice to have something a little bit longer that's doing so good that we can still eat off of. Here's a pretty one down here. It's fixing to turn. Hornworms hadn't found it yet, so you see at the top we got some more little blooms and blossoms. So, and here is my other eggplant. These, I don't know, these are yellow. I don't know. I had a little tag down here. Excuse my mess. Like I said, I've put all my grow stuff in here, and I've just dumped my dirt back out in the greenhouse. There it is. There it is. See, it's called a shooting star eggplant. That's what these are, shooting star eggplants. I was thinking it's supposed to be purple and white. Not sure if this one is something different, because these were, you'll see these are purple. So I don't know if this is shooting star gone bad, or maybe they call it that because of the top of it, or I don't know. But they are pretty little eggplants, so I'm just gonna leave them on there, let them do their thing, and we'll see if they're edible or not. But it's still blooming good. Hopefully we'll at least get one or two out of it, enough to pay for my time on growing it. If we don't, that's okay. That's all right too. Here, my basil. I don't know if y'all can hear me because of that fan. That's just not gotten louder. My basil has done really good. Matter of fact, I freeze dried some of it yesterday. When you top your basil, you cut the top of it out like this is to the top. It'll just flourish. It'll come out wider and make more and have more little toppers that you can top out, and of course it gets thicker. And oh, I wish we had smell-o-vision. It smells so good. But I got it going back through there, and you know, we didn't plant a lot of it, but what we planted, it sure smells good, and we've enjoyed it. So I'm glad we'll have some through the winter, since I did freeze dry some. And here's my little plant I thought that died. Looks like something's found it too back there, but it's really come back out pretty. I think it likes that area, so I'm not gonna move it. And here's my ginger. I've got some in the house I've got a plant in there, but I'm going to try to keep it through the winter. And we're going to try to do some teas and some different things with ginger. It's supposed to be good for you. I'm not crazy about the taste, but I guess we'll get to liking it. I think David's through, so I don't know if y'all can see the sky or not, but it is getting dark back through there.
Yeah, so we may finish the chores just in time, y'all.
We may get some rain.
Hey, y'all, we appreciate each and every one of you watching the channel, for watching this video. Can't thank you enough for that. This pretty well wraps up the update of everything kind of going on, what's going to be going on. Angie and I are going to have to do a video of all the projects and kind of somewhat of priority that we put them in. As I've mentioned before on the channel, projects and priorities change on a homestead. Lambo wants to say, hey. Yeah. All right, y'all, again, thank you for watching.